Good morning, everyone. This week's Torah portion, we have the story of God splitting the sea for the Jewish people to march into freedom as the Egyptian oppressors drowned in the ocean. And our rabbis tell us that kasher zivugim, finding your spouse, is as miraculous and as difficult as the splitting of the sea. Finding your soulmate, your bashert, your predestined one, is as miraculous as the splitting of the sea. And the question is, in what way is it as difficult or as miraculous as the splitting of the sea? And there are many explanations given, but one is, the word kriyat yam suf means the splitting of the sea, but literally it means the tearing of the sea. The sea was torn into two parts for the Jewish people to go through. Now, if you took two pieces of paper, or you took one piece of paper, and you tore it in half, and you wanted to put these two pieces back together, there may be billions and zillions of pieces of paper in the world, but there's only two halves of paper that could come together perfectly with all of its torn elements perfectly combined. So too, two souls are separated in heaven and sent down into this world in two different bodies. And these two souls have to journey and seek each other out. And although there are 8 billion souls in the world, there's only two souls that are half of each other and can come back together perfectly as two halves of a piece of paper that were torn apart can come back together in an identical, perfect combination. This is the idea of the splitting of the sea, that each and every one of us goes through our own miracle of finding our soulmate. And sometimes the journey is difficult, but that's part of the experience that our souls have to go through. Because marriage is not just an opportunity for having love and joy, it's also an opportunity for growth and for building your family and your destiny in this world. And all the lessons we have to learn are learned in that experience. There's a story, today is the 11th day of Shabbat, the day that commemorates the day that the Lubavitcher Rabbi assumed the leadership of the Chabad movement in 1950 on the passing of his father-in-law. And everyone knows that the Rebbe would give out dollars and blessings, dollars for charity and blessings. He would give you $1 to be his emissary to give to charity, and he would give you a blessing. And thousands of people would line up every Sunday, and there was two lines, a line for men and a line for women. And they would let the men go, then they would stop, let the women go, and back and forth all day on Sunday. The Rebbe would stand for 5, 6, 7 hours greeting thousands of people. A young man came to the Rebbe, and when he asked for a blessing, he told the Rebbe he's looking for his soulmate, his bashert, and he wants a blessing to find his soulmate. And the Rebbe answered with a verse in the Torah. The verse talks about how the Torah and mitzvot are near to every person. And the Torah says in Deuteronomy, Ki karov elecha hadavar. The matter of Torah and mitzvot is close and near to you. And the Rebbe responded to his request for a blessing by saying, Ki karov elecha hadavar ma'od. The matter is very close, very near. And he left with the blessing so inspired, so joyous, knowing that the Rebbe just told him that his soulmate is very close, very near. Well, he kept on searching for his soulmate, dating, and it was only 2 years later that he finally got engaged, Mazel Tov. And he always wondered, the Rebbe said it was very close, it was very near. How come it took 2 years? Well, a number of years later, when the Rebbe gave dollars and blessings, it was videotaped. And there's an organization called GEM, Jewish Educational Media, that published all the videos. And if you know the date and the year you went, you could go look it up and go through the video of that day and find the clip of your encounter with the Rebbe. So many years later, after he was married, he went back and looked at the video of that day. And sure enough, he found himself asking the Rebbe for a blessing for a shidduch, and the Rebbe telling him it's very close. But then he noticed that right after he got his dollar, they closed the men's line and turned to give the women a chance to go through. And the first woman in line, when it began the turn for the women, was his wife. And now he realized what the Rebbe said, the matter, the shidduch is very close to you, because they were literally feet apart, unbeknownst to them. Marriages are miraculous. A righteous tzaddik could see your soulmate. But we have to continue with faith and pursue the search, because every one of us has a soulmate. And the splitting of the sea reminds us that each and every one of us is on a journey, and God will split whatever seas have to be split for us to be able to experience the redemption and the joy and the blessings that each and every one of us deserves and seeks in life. Have a wonderful day.